different organisations have different life cycles, and I think you have to understand the life cycle of your own organisation to be able to understand when and what type of investment you need. It might be start-up investment, that might be quite straightforward. There's lots of organisations that receive good start-up support. It might also be start-up support to test your idea. One of the things that frustrates me a lot is I see organisations who talk about having an organisation or a business, they talk about their creative business, and what they actually have is an idea. To be investment ready means that you need to have your house in order. You need to know what your plan is. You need to know where you want to go with your plan. Your financial plan is just as important as your vision. If you can't make your financial plan stack, then you're not going to exist. It's not about cost savings. It's about really articulating what you're using the money for. If you're in a formal setting and you are pitching to an investor, angel investors or public sector investors or whoever, you have to do your homework. You have to know or anticipate the questions they might ask you. You have to know every detail of your business. You have to really understand why you're there. I've seen people fail in that scenario for one reason and one reason only: they weren't prepared. People want to be involved. People like sitting on boards and being involved. And you often get investors who want to do that. Certainly in the corporate world, if you invest in something, it's absolutely a given that you will be on the board and have some kind of say in the organisation. We have a kind of different view, and we have a kind of fearful view often in the creative industries, that if somebody who gives you money wants to sit on your board, then they will start to change and influence the organisation. They may or may not. That might be a good thing or a bad thing. The thing about that, though, is you're in charge of that relationship. So people behave often in the way that you allow them to behave. So if you want people to be part of what you're doing, then you have to be clear about what it is you're doing. Often arts organisations don't know who they're talking to. So they might want to pitch to a corporate investor, or they might want to pitch to a private investor or a high net worth individual, and they don't really understand the motivations of that organisation, business or individual. And they haven't done their homework. They haven't done the homework to understand where the organisation is going. They haven't done the homework to understand what a particular passion of the high net worth individual might be. And they miss it. They might not include them in the conversation. So I would suggest that you absolutely have to get behind the motivations of that particular individual or business. The thing about investment that helps to free things up is that it's about investing in the idea. It's not about investing in the criteria of the fund. So if you've got a public sector funder, has a set of criteria and they will give you a grant based on that set of criteria, an investor isn't like that. An investor wants to know what you want the money for. They want to invest in the idea. They get that bit of it.